Cory Booker, these hearings were so insane and filled with not so subtle racial dog whistles directed at Ketanji Brown Jackson. She had to sit through assaults on her character. This happens often with Supreme Court nominees, but they were more egregious because of her race and her gender.
Yeah, if you wanted to look at like what the inquisitors of the Salem witch trials looked like when they were interrogating people back in Salem, this is a modern equivalent of it.
Yes, and so Cory Booker felt the need to bring it back and put his historic nature of her nomination into context after the Republicans were so adversarial and ridiculous. Now, Cory Booker, I just wish he wasn't so Cory Booker here. Like, he's so corny. Yeah. But at the same time, her tears and her reaction are moving, and I think something that we should be highlighting.
Yeah, Cory knows his audience for some of this stuff.
Right.
I went to law school. I didn't serve on the law review. You did. I didn't clerk at every level of the federal court. You clerked for a Supreme Court justice, one widely respected on both sides, which really shaped you. And you did not get there because of some left-wing agenda. You didn't get here because of some dark money groups. You got here how every Black woman in America who's gotten anywhere has done, by being like Ginger Rogers said, I did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. And I want to tell you, when I look at you, this is why I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books. But for me, I'm sorry, it's hard for me not to look at you and not see my mom, not to see my cousins, one of them who had to come here and sit behind you. She had to have your back. I see my ancestors and yours. Nobody's going to steal the joy of that woman in the street, or the calls that I'm getting, or the texts. Nobody's going to steal that joy. You have earned this spot. You are worthy. You are a great American.
That's it? Yeah. Okay. Look, again, I feel like I'm constantly beating back my own cynicism when I know that that's not the main point. It's just like, I hate the grandstanding. I hate it.
Although, I mean, that's what this is an opportunity for,
yes.
Really.
And it seems like it gets worse every year, every Supreme Court nominee, because people recognize and senators recognize this is a good opportunity for them and to raise their profile, maybe raise some money as well. But he is right that this is historic, and it's been lost in the Ted Cruz attacks on her about, do you know what a woman is? Am I an Asian man? Like, the ridiculous ways that they're trying to appeal to their base. Underneath all of that is the fact that we're about to very, very likely have a Black woman for the first time on the Supreme Court.
Yeah, and what she's been put through by the GOP has been heinous and disgusting.
Yes. And frankly, it's not even somebody whose record I have a ton of quibbles with. I mean, look, judges, you're not going to be a DSA activist and be a judge, but she's done a lot of really good work within the confines of her profession as compared to someone else that, Biden was considering, like Childs, for example. So I think, can feel really good on, one, the historic nature of her nomination, and also the quality of the jurist and her background as a public defender, among many other things. So within the confines of who Biden was going to nominate, I'm very happy with her. I think she also conducted herself incredibly well. And let's just also not let the broader historicism and milestone get lost in all of this ridiculous politicking by the senators here. Yeah. So again, Cory, I wish you were a little less cringe, but the sentiment is it.
Exactly. I do. Right. I think, like, you know, Cory can go for it in this moment. I also agree with what Jeremy Flood said. Theater kids need to be stopped, in my opinion.
That is the energy, right? That is the energy. Cory was really monologuing. Mr. Johnson is going to be pleased. We're going to get the best part in Chicago.